I want to remind everybody how young these guys are in the ring right now. Of course, our referee is Jack Doan. Sean Waltman was out first. He's only 23 years old when this match is happening. He's just actually turned 23 a few days
Wow.
prior. And Road Dogg has been 26 for a couple of months. So we've got two really young guys. And I don't know that everybody knows this, but Road Dogg is like Billy Gunn, and he is deceptively tall.
Mm-hmm.
I think the internet has him down at 6'3". He ain't 6'3". He's 6'4" or 6'5". And I think a lot of people think Road Dogg is like, or Billy Gunn rather, is like 6'1" or 6'2". He's like 6'5" or 6'6".
Yeah.
I mean, these are
Wow.
big boys that maybe we just don't always consider to be that size.
Right. Right. We talk so much about weight and not height. Sometimes we
Yeah,
forget.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we forget about how high these guys are, so to speak. Double J is in the back locker room, and let's see. Steve Berg was asking about a timestamp. Steve, stand by. And for everybody, we are at 6:29, 30, 31, 6:32, 6:33. Jeff Jarrett just put down his drink, and my God, he is so young looking here.
Dude, it's crazy how young he is. And to know, he's such a central part of this pay-per-view. I mean, they're doing cutaways in the opening match of him. I mean, he was actually the first person we saw when the pay-per-view rolled. It was footage from his music video. But he's unhappy. He did an interview just a few days prior to this with Chet Kopic, and he talked about how burnout he was from being on the road and things like that. And even when he wrestled Sean this night, he did not tell Sean ahead of time that he was walking out.
Hmm.
And Rhodey just, looking up to Jeff and respecting his opinion and his experience, he was deferential. Brian Armstrong was here, Brian James rather, to Jeff Jarrett. So when Jeff walked out, Road Dogg did too.
Hmm.
And not a lot of people were walking out on the WWE in their hometown when they're such a featured part of a pay-per-view like this.
All right.
Love him or hate him, you got to respect old Double J. And I
We
think a
love
lot
him.
of people are tuned into what he's doing tonight because it's been teased as folks are listening to this that we're going to hear from Brian Danielson. And boy, did Double J have some words for him last week backstage, trying to motivate the great Brian Danielson. What do you expect tonight on Dynamite, Tony?
Well, I expect we're going to hear the rest of that interview, or we're going to be talking about the rest of that interview. I guess it was already put on YouTube. Um, I have no idea what direction they're going to go with Jeff Jarrett here, but I think they have found something really good. He's a veteran, and I really like the way they presented him during the Owen Hart Foundation tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and I just hope they continue to use him as a veteran that everybody loves. The problem is that he walks out with Sonjay Dutt, and everybody hates Sonjay.
Everybody hates Sonjay.
Everybody hates Sanjay. As a matter of fact,
Nobody likes
yeah,
him.
yeah. Uh, Sanjay's got a wonderful wife and some wonderful children, and I'm not so sure they even like their dad.
No, why would they?
Yeah, right.
That as soon as they can find a reason and a way to escape his evil clutches,
Mhm.
they will.
We,
What's wrong with us?
I don't know. We were.
He's like the nicest human being that's ever lived.
He's the best. Sanjay Dutt is. I can't see AEW working at all backstage without him. I really can't.
He's one of the unsung heroes. I would
Oh my
agree with
god.
that.
Oh my god.
Why do you think that is? Because he's just not on television all the time, and people just don't know like all the intricacies of what happens backstage. Because Sanjay's a pretty important piece of the
Oh my.
machine.
Yeah. And he is so opinionated, and I have so much fun when he gets mad backstage. It's just I love it. Absolutely
Who's
love
more fun to see get mad,
it. Okay.
Sanjay or Taz?
Taz the best.
Yeah, Taz is like the final boss of getting pissed off, isn't he?
Yeah, he's man. I just want to see a um, and not many people have seen Taz angry to where he want to that he really wants to take somebody apart, and I've seen that. I helped calm him down one time, but the annoyed Taz, okay,
Is
is the best.
super fun.
Is the best. Yeah.
You know what's fun is whenever he'll text me something, I can't help but needle him a little bit,
Mhm.
and I think he's gotten wise to it, so he doesn't text me as often anymore.
Checked.
My most recent thing though was I was giving him shit. I was like, "Hey man, I guess I'll see you in Waterloo." And he's
Mhm.
like, question mark. And I'm like, "Well, your boy Schiavone's going in the Hall of Fame." And he's like,
Mhm.
LOL. And I go, "Oh, I didn't know you had big heat with Schiavone. I can't wait to talk about it on the show." And he's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, you got big heat if you're not. I mean, if you hate him, just say you hate him. I mean, don't be scared. If you're scared, say you're scared." And he's like, "Bro, do you need me to come down to your house and dump you on your fucking head? I'm not going to fucking Waterloo."
He doesn't text me anymore either, and this is why we were texting back and forth one day, and I just did stop texting, and he said, "Hey, what's up? How come I'm not hearing from you anymore?" And I said, "I just don't have 3 hours out of my day to text you," and that really pissed him off. So
Well,
that's
what's
not.
funny is he and I we got in a texting routine for a bit, and then one day, he texted me and he was like, "Do you remember?" It was random. We hadn't talked in weeks, and he's like, "Do you remember when we used to talk on the phone like men?" I don't know why, but it tickled me.
There's
We
the
just
one, two,
saw a
three.
pile driver off the top rope.
Yeah, and
What
we
a
were.
fucking finish!
Yeah, and we were talking over, but that's the way it is. Turn
And
around, turn
this
around.
was a fun match. It certainly looks like at this point you got to think that Road Dogg had a lot of potential,
Mhm.
or the Road,
Yes,
I guess it was called.
yes, and of course he was a big part of the Attitude Era, as we know.
No doubt.
You know what? This thumbs down stuff that you're seeing when the camera goes to all these fans and they're doing thumbs down.
Yeah,
That looks so funny. Phony? Do you know why it looks phony?
because we don't do it now.
No, because it is. The cameraman will turn to fans, and the cameraman will do this to make them do thumbs down. And so it's like they're prompted to do it. I just think it looks shitty.
Well, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, just popping flipping the bird. Just say, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
maybe they're not heathens, Tony. Have we thought about that?
Well, heathens.
Heathens.
You think heathens are the only one that pops the bird,
Yeah.
flips the bird, or how did you say it?
This is for children, Tony.
Okay,
It's wrestling.
who's that? Oh, is this on? Is this on? Who's that? Who's that? Is that Dixie Carter?
Shit, no.
Well, who is that? Who's that girl?
What's
Okay,
wrong with you?
come on now. Hey, dude, aren't you ready to? What the heck? What's?
By the way, here's how abrupt this departure was. The week before this pay-per-view in the Observer, it
Yeah.
was written, they'll be filming another Jeff Jarrett music video in Denver at the Grizzly Rose on August 11th. They will introduce a line dance called the Double J Strut.
Uh huh.
And of course, we know.
He strutted on
No,
out
they
of it.
won't.
Yeah.